Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here on College Football 26. Today, we start year number 4, and unfortunately, this is the first time in the South Carolina Dynasty where we will start a season, I guess technically other than the first season, where we aren't the defending national champions. We lost in the semifinal to Notre Dame, who then ended up losing in the championship game. I don't really know how we recover after it. It broke us. It broke us mentally. It really humbled us, and we were not the same team after that game, and we will never be the same team after that game. It really changed us. It really did. But we had a unbelievable offseason where we had one of the best portals, maybe the best portal I've ever had in a college football video, where we brought in, not only did we end up securing the #1 overall high school recruit, we ended up with the #1 portal recruit. It was a fantastic transfer portal and a what? I just had a stroke there for a second. It was a fantastic transfer portal and a fantastic offseason is the phrase I was going to say. Had a little mini stroke there. I apologize. And now we move to season number 4, where we get to see this new team in action and see if this new team and this new humbled, hungry South Carolina team can get back to the championship game and reclaim what is ours. So if you're going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me get there and see me hit that 5,000 threshold, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It really mean a lot to me. And we will take on, actually, for the first time ever in this rivalry, or first time in this series, we have a rivalry game against North Carolina. I don't remember playing them. Maybe in season 1 we played them, but I don't remember playing them for a while. So we got North Carolina up first in today's doubleheader. It's going to be fun. We got a fun new team. Let's go see what it is. Here we are in year number 4, opening up week 1 of 2028. As you can see, Mr. Juice is no longer taking things easy. We're going hard. The guns are out for Mr. Juice. So we're not holding back anymore. If we go to the coach contracts, we were 15-1 in year 1. So we have lost one game previously. I forgot about that. 16-0 last year and 14-1, or 16-1 2 years ago, 14-1 last year, and now we start 2028. I'm excited. I think this team is unbelievable. If we take a look at the roster, I did go through and upgrade everybody. So Joseph Vildor, he is the #1 portal player in the offseason. He was the #1 transfer player in the class. He is almost capped on a few things. He's got 98 hands. He can't get any higher hands. He's got his quickness. I wish his quickness wasn't capped. That is a little sucky. It's kind of unlucky that he got his hands capped like that. But his route running is not capped, so he can upgrade that. He's already a 99. This is just the icing on the cake. But Joseph Vildor looks like a fantastic player. He's got gold cutter, which is going to be helpful. He's got gold press pro, which improves his release and his off the line and stuff to beat press. He's going to be a fantastic freak. He's going to be a freak. He was at Ohio State last year. He didn't play much. He said, you know what, Bucks? Buck you. I'm going to the transfer portal. And he did. He left and he chose South Carolina. He's coming to Columbia. He's a freak. We've got John Wells, who was also in the transfer portal. He's a monster, 96 overall. Joshua Wood, we already know how good he is. Devontae Wilkes is great. Lincoln Cure is great. This whole team is great. Bryce Underwood will be the starting quarterback for season 4. as a true senior. Aaron Nolan, I didn't really want Aaron Nolan to come back, but I offered him anyway just to do my due diligence, and he chose to come back. He was like very low on his persuasion chance, and he chose to come back anyway. I was gonna let him walk. I guess if I was really gonna let him walk, I wouldn't even offer him in the first place. But I just offered him just for the fun of it, and he said, "Sure, I'll come back." So he's here. He's here. He's back. He's not gonna play much, but he's here. Bryce Underwood is here, and you may be wondering, where's Felix Coatney? Felix Coatney will be starting. Well, he'll be rotating in at running back for this fourth season. The only reason we're doing this is because he has a deal breaker for playing time, and I don't want to deal with Felix Coatney transferring. So he's going to play running back for one more season, or for this season, so he can get on the field. And then in the offseason of year number 4, we will move him back to quarterback, and he will play quarterback the rest of his career once Bryce Underwood leaves. He was always destined to play the quarterback position, but we kind of changed our direction when Bryce Underwood chose to come play for us last year in the portal. So it kind of got all shaken up. But Felix Coatney is always destined to be the quarterback of this team. He just has to wait one more year. And maybe the most fun player that I got in the portal, and maybe the player that I'm most excited to use. Finally, for the first time in any of my College Bowl 26 dynasties, I was able to get Bo Jackson. He is one of my favorite players in real life. He's phenomenal, and I cannot wait to have him on the team. We also have Akeem Iheanacho and David Thrash still here, but they're not gonna play too much. I did throw the red shirt on Zach Crothers because I think he could be a really, really good running back, but I want to get as much time with him as possible. And we have Damian Chosen and Jacquez Wing to fill in as well. So we've got really 6 running backs on this roster that can start that can play for me. So the days of not having any running back depth are over, you'd think. And then at the wide receiver position, it's very good. We've got Joseph Vildor. It wouldn't have looked as good if we weren't able to secure Vildor, but because we have him, it looks unbelievable. A true 99 overall wide receiver at only a sophomore redshirt. He's going to be fully upgraded by the time he leaves for the NFL. Jorvonte Springs will catapult to the second highest wide receiver spot. Then we've got Ben Reed. We've got Devontae Weeks, who is a former first overall prospect, number 1 overall prospect in high school that he was, and he's on the team now, and he's going to be great. Now, I have a Jorvonte and a Devontae on my team at the same time. That's going to be a little confusing. Jalen Rasmussen is here. Willie Harbor will take a red shirt this year. Alan Wilbur and Jeremy Queen are also here. A lot of speed at this wide receiver position. You know, I love to have speedy wide receivers. So a lot of speed, and I'm very excited about them. Very excited. They're all very good. I talked about how Joseph Vildor is the Jeremiah Smith of this team, and he looks like it. He's not as big as Jeremiah Smith is, but he looks like it. At tight end, I'm very excited about the tight end position because we've got 3 really good ones. We've got Lincoln Cure, who we brought in the offseason last year, who's a 90 overall. Then Ty Roop, who was going to be the 3rd string tight end before I upgraded him. He ends up getting so good that he's the 2nd tight end. And then Tyrese Rawls is right here behind him. And then we have Carnegie and Jamison Awe, who are freshmen. Only Awe is going to wear the tight end. I think Carnegie, they're both wide receivers. We moved to tight end. But I might need that 4th tight end just in case somebody gets hurt. So I do have one guy not wearing the red shirt, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. We're only, in theory, going to lose Lincoln Cure anyway after the season. I don't think Ty Roop would leave, or Tyrese Rawls. I guess it depends on what kind of season they have, but I highly doubt that. And then the offseason, we've got Tanner Smith at starting left tackle. I'm not going to put the red shirt on Gregory McElroy. That could be a little controversial, but I think I'm going to let him play because we do tend to see a lot of offensive line injuries in these games. And so I'd like to have my number 1 overall high school recruit get some playtime in his freshman year. So we're going to see how that goes. He also only has impact dev, so I'm kind of hoping that if he plays more, he's going to maybe have a chance to get that upgraded in the offseason. We'll see. Who knows? And then at left guard, we've got Devontae Wilkes, who's a great player. Hardy Watts, we brought in the transfer portal as well. He's a great backup. Blake Franks is decent depth. And then obviously Manuel Kafka is going to be good in the future. Kalen Muex is going to be our starting center with Walter Bartel as the backup and Marvin Kirksey taking a red shirt. Jamal Lyles starting at right guard with Marquez Easley and Javante Meadows also with a red shirt. Right tackle, I want to point something out. You may be wondering, Juice, how do you have Dennis Callis on your team? And I want to say, I have absolutely no freaking clue. If you remember correctly, Dennis Callis was committed to Ohio State in the offseason. And we had lost the battle to get him. And he chose Ohio State. And we took him off our board because we were like, oh, he's not going to decommit from Ohio State. So we'll take him off the board and we'll move on. And then I go through the offseason. I go through the preseason. I set up the schedule. I set up the recruiting board. I simulate a couple of weeks, and then as I'm going through the red shirts, I go to the right tackle position, and all of a sudden, Dennis Callis is here, and I'm like, how? I have no idea how he's here. It's kind of like how Devontae Weeks is here. You remember in the offseason last year, we were in a race with Florida to get his services to recruit him, and he had not committed. I think he didn't even commit at the end of the season. I think he was like undecided at the end of 4 weeks of the offseason. So we thought he was going to Florida because that's what it told us. He was going to Florida, and then we simulate, and when we show up in the next year, and he's on the roster. I think that's kind of the same thing that happened with Callis. Somehow he decommitted from Ohio State and came here. I don't know how that works, but I'm not going to complain about it because it's a 5-star offensive lineman with star dev. So we have the right tackle and the left tackle of the future on this roster now with Callis and McElroy. So I have no idea how this happened, but I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna complain because I wanted both of them, and they're both here. Sick, absolutely awesome. But I just wanted to point that out in case somebody noticed that and wondered, how did you get Dennis Callis on your team when he didn't commit to your team in the offseason? That's my best explanation. He just decommitted from Ohio State in the spring. I don't know, but here we are. So then we move to the defense. Enrique Kiernan, I told you, man, he was gonna skyrocket. He's up to an 88 overall. He will start it at left edge for us. He's going to continue to just progress and progress and progress and progress until he's a god. Jalen Brown is going to be his backup with Chris Foreman. And then we've got former 5-star Yosefa Moreau, who's going to take a red shirt this year because he really doesn't need to play. We've got 2 seniors behind Kiernan, so there's really no reason for Moreau to waste a year of eligibility when he can just sit back with that elite dev, earn experience, get those skill points, and then for season 5, he can go crazy alongside Kiernan. And he might have a chance to be the number 1 edge rusher on the right side because we're going to lose DeJuan Bell. He's probably going to be better than Jason Payne and Dane McKee and all these freshmen. These freshmen are all good, but they all have normal except for Terrence Arnaud, who has impact. So all of these freshman edge rushers are going to wear the red shirt this year. Just because there's so many of them, I didn't really know what to do with them other than just slap a red shirt on them. So our right edge depth is good in the future, but right in the present now, it's only 3 guys on each side. And then in the interior, defensive tackle, obviously the beast, Joshua Wood. He's a freak. Kylan Basley is great. Tommy Berlin's not going to take a red shirt this year. I want to see him play. Niles Burrell and Tyreek Ingram, the 2 guys that we added in the transfer portal at the very last second and ended up getting them, they're going to just be good depth. But I'm very excited about Tommy Berlin. I want to see how he does compared to Joshua Wood. So that's our interior. That's our line, defensive line. The linebackers are really intriguing to me because Jordan Robinson has 92 speed, 99 excel with 93 agility, 92 change direction. He's an athletic freak at linebacker. I'm very excited to see how he plays on the field because he looks like he can do anything. We also have Jeff Klein, who has 95 acceleration, and then Miles O'Canlawan, who is a nice young prospect with 91 acceleration, 80 speed. But Jordan Robinson really intrigues me because that 92 speed, 99 excel is very rare for a linebacker. So I'm very, very curious to see how he plays. At Mike linebacker, we've got Kevin Lavrone, who is a beast and going to play middle linebacker for us, Mike linebacker. We've got Adonis Byron and Zach Rugamba, who actually was projected to be the starter this year for us, but he did not upgrade as well as Lavrone or Byron did. So he ends up getting tossed to 3rd string, and then I just decided, you know what? I don't want to burn a year, so we're going to toss a red shirt on him and see what he looks like next year. The only problem is both these guys are freshman red shirts, so they're super young. Rugamba might have lost his spot, unfortunately. It sucks, but that normal dev really killed him this offseason, especially when we have guys who have a star and impact. At will linebacker, Jamerson Willett will start for us. Okoronkwo is going to play a lot. I like him. And then Floyd Rattay is a nice young player. He's probably not going to play too much unless we are severely lacking in depth, but he's good. He's good for the future. He'll be fine. At corner, we've got B.J. Earl, who after training jumps up to #1 corner. He's got platinum quick jump. I don't know if that's going to help us out or not, but he's got platinum quick jump. We've got Kelvin Hunter, who we moved from safety to corner, and he ends up being an 86 overall after the training. We've got Solomon Coles, who's got 95 speed, 99 excel with decent cover skills. Marquez Provo is a freshman redshirt who I'm excited about. Very good speed. Alex Mechie, 80 speed. Alex Cantwell, 80 speed, 89 speed, 92 excel. Jalewis Solomon with 94 speed, 97 excel. Vi Harrison's got 95 and 99. A lot of good speed in the future of this team. I like it a lot. We got Joel Stringer on a red shirt. Safety, we've got David Bussey. Yes, I know it's Busey, but I'm going to call him Bussey because I think it's funnier. And then Ezekiel Malveaux as his backup. We've got Couteau and Jewell taking red shirts this year. Strong safety, Cortez Boykins is our starter, but Kerry Butts is going to have a run for his money because I spent every single point I could on both Kerry Butts and Sidney Clemens on their speed. If you remember correctly, both of them had really, really low speed. I think might have been like low 80s or into the 70s for speed. Maybe for Kerry Butts it was in the 70s. But I spent as many skill points as I could on that speed rating, and I got Kerry Butts up to 87, which is very usable. It's exactly what Boykins has. It's very usable. It could go up even more, and we're going to work on that as he continues to grow. But 87 speed is very respectable right now as a freshman. And 86 for Sidney Clemens. Sidney Clemens, his one weakness last year was he could not cover anybody because he couldn't keep up with anybody. So we'll see how that works after he takes a red shirt. But 86 speed is very, very respectable along with 87 speed. I'm very excited about Kerry Butts. He's a former linebacker that we turned into a safety just to get some playing time for him. And I think he could really do well at the safety position. Kicker, we've got Gabe Battle still. And then punter, both of those guys, Blythewood, South Carolina, and Blythewood. So Sidney Clemens and Gabe Battle went to the same high school, presumably. That's interesting. I like that. Good for Gabe Battle and Sidney. Maybe they were friends. Maybe they were classmates. They were obviously teammates if they went to the same high school, but that's pretty cool. I didn't realize that. And we also got Cedric Brown. You remember the punter that we offered but didn't accept? He just showed up here. So Cedric Brown's here. He ends up being a higher overall than the punter we already have, but we don't really punt too much. So we might as well use the senior who we have already, and I just tossed a red shirt on Cedric Brown. So we have a punter for the future. We are going to have to worry about a kicker at some point. Probably not this year, but we are going to have to worry about a kicker at some point. But Cedric Brown is here, but he's not going to play because Mason Love he's got seniority. He's a senior. He's going to start over the freshman. So that is our roster. I'm super, super, super excited about this team. I think we can do some good things this year. I thought last year's team was the best team I had put together. I think this year's team might be better than last year's. And we lost last year, so it makes sense. Here's what our schedule looks like. I ended up going with North Carolina in week number 1, then an early bye because the way our schedule played out, it didn't really benefit us in recruiting for home visits. So I had to schedule the bye early so that I could get a home visit squeezed in there at the end of the schedule. Troy, we will go to Troy, but that's not that big of a deal. Then we start SEC play. Florida, Kentucky, yes, Southern Mississippi is an SEC school this year. Georgia, Tennessee, and this is why I had no home visits I had to schedule a home game in here with Oregon State because the end of the schedule is at Clemson, at Oklahoma, and at LSU in some of the key recruiting weeks of the season. So I had to just jam in a home game against a random team so that we could at least get one more home visit towards the end of the season. It's really going to hurt us with these last two games not having a chance for visits because I'm sure that's when other teams are going to schedule the 5 stars that we want. It's going to be tricky to manage that. But we do have an Arkansas game in week 11 that's home. And then I had to squeeze in that Oregon State game. We'll see how that plays out. But it's an interesting schedule. No Alabama this year. We do have Georgia back on the schedule. But Georgia's not really too much of a threat anymore. We've beaten them 4 times in a row now. 5 times in a row now, actually. I think we beat them in year number 2 as well. We've beaten Georgia a lot, basically. So we're not really much scared of them anymore. This team, this schedule's pretty good. I like it. A lot of mix of really good teams, really bad teams, mid teams. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. And the final thing that we need to talk about is recruiting. This is my board. I've obviously got the number 1 player in the country. I always have the number 1 player in the country on my board, regardless of what position he is, because I like to say that I've recruited the number 1 player in the country every year. And I've done that with the past 2 times. Greg McElroy last year, Devontae Weeks the year before, probably the year before that too, right? I don't remember the first 2 years or the first year. What was the year 1's number 1 recruit? I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look at that offseason video and see who it was. We probably have him, if anything. I can't remember exactly who it was though. But Dom Antwine is the number 1 player in the country. He's a defensive tackle. He's a gem. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. We are in number 1 spot for him. Trevor Darling is an athlete, number 2 overall player. We're in number 8 for him. He's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get. Martin Baguette. Yes, I'm going to call him Baguette, not Badgett, because I think Baguette's cooler. So he is a corner. We're going to say he's from France, but he went to Jackson, Mississippi for some reason. So maybe his parents got moved there or something for work. And then Derek Biscotti, a linebacker, who we are in second for right now. Yosefa Pena. We already have Yosefa Moreau. If we could bring in Yosefa Pena, that'd be pretty sick. Alfonso Provo, the brother, or you know what? He's a little bit light-skinned to be the brother of Marquez Provo. Maybe the cousin. The cousin of Marquez Provo. Alfonso Provo. Who happens to also be a corner. Jalen Toon, 5-star corner. Matthias Dykes, 5-star corner. Manny Cutler, I'm very excited about. Manny Cutler, 16th overall player in the class. He's got 91 speed, 90 excel. He already has silver 50-50 with 92 spec catch. His route runnings are fantastic out the gates. His release is terrific. 6'4", 201. I'm very, very excited about him. Rashad Wells, Frederick Burgess. We're going after a lot of 5-stars if you couldn't tell. A lot of 5-stars. And I'm even trying to go after a 5-star setter. Clayton McMichael. We'll see what happens there. We did have 900 total hours, so I've divvied them up accordingly. We've got Storm Dubois, another French player. And then we move into the 4-stars. We got Tavon Kilgo, Cade Fusaro, Alfonso Montague. The quarterbacks I wasn't super impressed with this recruiting cycle. I have a 5-star on here, but I scouted him and I didn't like him that much. The speed's just not really what I'm looking for, and I like to have some speedy running backs or quarterbacks. I mean, he's got good accuracy for now, and his throw power is decent, but I wasn't super impressed with him. Lamar Augustine, same kind of deal. Wasn't super impressed by him. The guys that I was somewhat impressed by was Cade Fusaro, 86 speed, 80 acceleration, 85 throw on the run. I can work with that, certainly, depending on what his caps are. So Cade Fusaro, I'm very excited about. Alonzo Montague. Not a lot of speed, but that throw power at 92 plus the accuracies being so well, it made me curious enough to offer him 25 hours. So that's why. And he's from South Carolina. So I thought maybe we'd have an edge on him. And then Brian Hill, who's a 4-star gem with 88 speed, 87 excel, 88 throw power. He looks a lot like Fusaro. A lot like Fusaro. So, but he's a gem. So maybe that depth trait's going to be a little bit better. I don't know. But I put my hours on 3 different quarterbacks. We'll see if we get any of them. It's going to be a battle to get any of them. But quarterback's not really that big of a deal because remember, we have Felix Coatney waiting in the wings. Running back, obviously, Storm Dubois. I like this recruiting class. I really do. I've got my hours spread on everybody. We've obviously got some 5-stars that I have not offered, although I probably should offer on this 5-star edge rush Josh Flanagan, shouldn't I? I didn't even really consider that. You know what? Maybe I take these 25 hours off of Alonzo Montague. Let me readjust here because I am kind of intrigued about that 5-star right tackle, especially because we're in number 1 position for him. That's not what I wanted to do. So we'll readjust and put 25 hours on Flanagan. And he can even move into guard if we need to. It's not like he needs to play right tackle since we have 2 tackles already. And Alonzo Montague, do I want you on my roster? Or do I want to actively recruit you? I don't know. I don't know if I actively want to recruit you or not. Because I just got done saying that I liked Brian Hill and Fusaro better than you. So you know what, Montague? I'm not gonna actively recruit you. Probably not. Unless I can find some way to free up any hours. But I don't really see any way I can do that. So we're just gonna let it ride. And that is how recruiting is gonna go for the beginning of this season. But it's time to debut this new roster as I've been signed out of the EA servers. Shocker, I know. But it's time to debut this new roster. Not a new quarterback, but a new running back. New couple of running backs with Coatney in there too. A new wide receiver at number 1 wide receiver. It's going to be interesting. And I think we can take down North Carolina pretty easily. So, and it's a home game as well. That's going to be nice as well. Big home game. Debut of year number 4. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. I did adjust the wear and tear sliders for season 4 like I was saying last year I was going to do. Oh, and Felix Coatney, now that he's a running back, is out here on kick return coverage. It's kind of hilarious. But we now have a little bit easier. Okay, we definitely didn't lose to North Carolina 31-17 the last time we played. So this might be the first time we played North Carolina in this entire series. Interesting. And they still got Gio Lopez here. Okay, whatever. But I did lower the wear and tear sliders. There's still wear and tear and there's still injuries. So we're still going to have that possibility. It's just the guys are not going to get hurt as often. The wear and tear is not going to be as impactful. And they're going to recover a lot quicker. So that's kind of that was my goal, to make the wear and tear slightly less impactful. Because he was just killing DJ Braswell. The wear and tear is what got rid of his Heisman opportunity. Because if he had played more, he would have won the Heisman easily. But because he missed basically the end of the year with just not playing, with the wear and tear being so high on him, he lost the Heisman, which sucks. But we're going to try to get it this year. Whether it's Bo Jackson, whether it's Bryce Underwood, whether it's Vildor, receiver, whoever it may be, we're going to try to get the Heisman again this year. Because we only have the first 2 with Nick Harbor, and then we lost last year, so I'd like to have the Heisman Trophy again. Ooh, this might be a nice little QB sneak. Lavrone's right in there. Lavrone's right there! Shuts it down. Kevin Lavrone, the freshman. Beautiful. And they will punt it away. This crowd is loud, too. You can see the blue section in the corner of the stands there. That's kind of funny for the North Carolina fans. That's all they have. Alan Wilbur, I told him he'd play, and I gave him the kick return spot so I could tell him. So I wouldn't be technically lying that I said he was going to play. He's getting out there. I didn't want to completely lie to him after we told him he'd play this offseason. But it's the debut of Mr. Bo Jackson, even though he's not out there. Felix Coatney's out there. So you know what? Felix Coatney gets the first handoff of season 4, and he goes for 1. Good job, just like his jersey number. Joseph Vildor being on this team is a game changer. The number one player in the entire country in the portal. I love it. I absolutely love it here. That's Jorvonte Springs. I still can't believe, I'm still upset that Malik Clark chose to go to the NFL. He was a 6th round pick. He could have been a 1st round pick if he would have stayed for this season. I could have gotten him to the 1st round, or at least attempted to. But no, he said, you know what? I'm gonna go in the draft. 7th round, 6th round, whatever it was. Coatney's got room! Coatney's got room! Oh, he might be the real deal. He might be the real deal. And Bo Jackson has entered the game for the first time. God, I'm so excited about Bo Jackson. That's Jorvonte Springs. Anybody that's in the 2nd wide receiver spot is going to be really good for me because that's usually where I look first. Surprisingly, I don't know why that is. I don't really look at my number 1 receiver very often. Maybe I should turn Vildor in my number 2 receiver just so I throw him the ball more. Underwood. Oh, Vilder's going to be... Oh, my God. Joseph Vilder's wide. But the ball wasn't that great from Underwood. And he's not going to have a touchdown, unfortunately. The ball needed to be a little bit better. It really did. It was still a good ball, but... Vildor could have taken that for a touchdown if the ball was led in front. And I tried to lead it in front. It just didn't happen that way. Coatney's got it, and Coatney will get squashed. Going nowhere. I thought I might have had some room. And Coatney looks like he's hurt. He's feeling it. Bo Jackson will come in. Does Bo have what it takes? Bo knows how to get shut down. Okay. 3rd and goal. This is where magic happens. Can we get in? No, we're not going to be able to because I'm going to hit Devontae Weeks, and it's not going to happen. So this is a really weird spot to be in right now. 4th and goal from the 8. I'm going to roll because I have to. I think Kier's open, actually. Corner! Lincoln Kier! Touchdown! What a ball from Bryce Underwood. And it's a touchdown, Gamecocks. They're going to review it. All scoring plays are reviewed, but I think that man had possession and at least 1 foot down. Oh, he dragged both of them at the end. Look at Lincoln, man. What a beast. What a beast. And they will keep it a touchdown. That's the first touchdown of season 4. I'm pretty happy about it. We lead 7-0. We took a lot of time off the clock. Basically the entire first quarter. After North Carolina punted it away to us. Ooh, Kerry Butts is out there on kick return coverage. It's going to be nice to see all these new faces on kick return coverage because all the backups have changed, really. So now we can see new faces on kick return. We'll see if our defense can step up like they did last time. Good wrap-up tackle by Bussy. We're getting to the point where all the real-life players are going to start to go away. Year number 4, year number 5 are going to be the last time we're seeing some of the real-life guys. It'll be all auto-generated guys pretty soon. That's got to be a drop. Oh, it's not. Kelvin Hunter couldn't get there in time. Evan Austin, a little white boy catching that football. Unbelievable. I wonder if Bill Belichick's still here. I have no idea if he's still the coach of this team. Obviously not in the game, but we can... If as long as it's not a real-life coach that left a job and came here, then we can... in our minds, say that Belichick is still coaching here. If he's not, then we'll just say that Belichick passed on at this point. Handoff on the read option. Joshua Woods not letting him go anywhere. A gain of 2, but he could have been a lot more if Wood was not ready for him. I really need Enrique Kiernan to start dominating the rush. Like I know he can. He runs out of bounds there. I love that Mr. Juice has got his sleeves cut off. You know what? The lore of what happened there was after the national or the semifinal loss, the semifinal. Oh my God, here we go. Hold on, I'll tell the story in a second. Oh, it was a good job. Woo, that was close. Okay, that was real close. After the semifinal loss to Notre Dame, Mr. Juice went into his office and took a pair of scissors and just chopped off his sleeves right then and there. And he's been wearing the exact same shirt that he wore in the playoff semifinal since they lost that game. So what was that? Probably early January, late January, or early to mid-January is when the playoff semifinals are. He's been wearing that now and we're in, what, September at this point? He's wearing that's the exact same shirt. He hasn't showered. He hasn't taken that shirt off. It's the exact same shirt because this year he means business. He's not messing around. We're not going to lose anymore. Although I say that we're not going to lose, and we're kind of in a spot where we could lose right here. 3rd and 21. This drive has not really gone my way, has it? Oh, they're really covering, aren't they? 4th and 15. I guess we're going to have to punt. I don't really want to, but I can't go for it on 4th and 15, not get it, and then North Carolina gets a touchdown. They may still get a touchdown, but I can't have them have that great field position. So we will punt it away with our senior punter. I like how I say we don't usually punt very much, and then I punt on the very first drive, or the very first game of the year. That's a great play by Robinson. See, that's the speed and acceleration from Jordan Robinson. You see how quickly he got around the line and got to the backfield? That's going to be really useful this year if he does that on a consistent basis. Oh, that's a crazy good route from the tight end. He just found... Oh, that's the receiver, Evan Austin. That's a crazy good route from him because he just found the open space and just... Gio Lopez layered it in. It was beautiful. Hand out to the running back. He's going to break off... Oh, no, he's not. The big man, Tommy Berlin. True freshman. I thought he broke off the tackle, but he ended up getting brought down. You love to see it. 2nd and 10. Kieran, come on, I need you. It's not going to happen, but Jordan Robinson's right there. He's going to be able to cover so well with that speed and acceleration. I'm really excited about him. And he's only, what, a sophomore, I think? Sophomore redshirt? He's a beast. He is a beast. And Joshua Wood, no! Oh, he threw it anyway! What are you doing, you bum? You could have scrambled for the first down, Gio Lopez. You're a bum. You're a fraud. I can't believe you tried that. He tossed a one-on-one deep ball in the corner of the end zone instead of scrambling for a guaranteed first down. What are you doing, you bum? How does that even process in your mind to do that instead of taking the first down yardage? There's Felix Coatney. I'm not really sure how good his receiving skills are going to be because he's a quarterback. So we might have a couple of drops. Looks like we got an offside, but it was a free play anyway. And we're going to take the decline because we got more yards than the penalty would have given us. So we'll take the decline, the penalty. I didn't even see anybody offside. I don't think it was a corner, was it? It might have been, I guess. Can I fit that in there? It's going to be a tough throw. And an even tougher catch, but the former 5-star Devontae Weeks. Finally getting some usage. I think I put him in the slot. That's why he's getting out there more. Let's go underneath the Tyroop. He's got a big catch. Not seeing Dorian Fleming out there is a little sad. I miss Dorian Fleming. He was such a good player for me. Such a good player. You know what? I'm going deep ball. We got Joseph Vildor. He's got 99 jumping. Oh, he cooked. Joseph Vildor, first touchdown as a Carolina Gamecock. He's so good. God, I love him. And he's only a sophomore. Dear God. He's fantastic. And it's 14-0 South Carolina over North Carolina. The Battle of the Carolinas. The South always wins. Well, the South always wins in football. 1 second, literal 1 second before the 2-minute warning happens. Gio's got one play, and it's going to be a keeper, and he's going to get squashed. Should not have kept it. I don't even know who sacked him there. I saw it was like number 8. I don't even know. I don't think it was Jalen Brown. Maybe it was a corner blitz. I'm not sure. Somebody sacked him. But that's a lot of yards on that next play afterwards. Oh, it might have been B.J. Earl who got him on the corner blitz. Because I know I had a star underneath his name. And not many of my guys on defense have a star underneath their name. This Evan Austin, dude. I don't like him. He's been a pain in my side today. I wish he'd fall down. Oh, look at Joseph Wood. Oh, why do I always do that? I hate myself. I always get really good pass rush with Joseph Wood, but I take horrible angles, and it allows for the quarterback, in this case, Gio Lopez, to get an escape and get a big play. Now, last time that happened, he threw an incomplete pass in the end zone, but that time was a really good throw for a first down. I wish I would just not suck, but I do. Oh, Enrique Kiernan. No, 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 no. It's Evan Austin again. Go away, you dog. I hate you. I wish you would fall in a pit of snakes and be slowly bitten to death. Come on, defense. 37 seconds. Just hold. It's going to be a keeper. Kiernan's not fooled. We got so much athleticism on this defense, man. So much athleticism. Between Robinson, Kiernan, the corners are all athletic. Even Joshua Wood's athletic. A lot of athleticism, a lot of speed on this defense. It's going to be hard to run any play action on us. 19 seconds, 3rd and goal. Hold on, defense, please. Lopez. He's going to get it. No, he squeezed through. I thought we compacted the pocket where he wasn't going to be able to escape, but he just found a way through. And with 12 seconds in the half, North Carolina is able to get on the board. That's a heartbreaker, man. I thought we were going to stop him. I thought we were going to be able to stop him. I don't like the fact that North Carolina went down so easily on us. It's a little concerning. A little concerning. All right. The past 3 years, we've had a jump ball god. Last year, it was Malachi Coleman. The first 2 years, it was Nick Harbor. Do we have that same jump ball god this year in our man Joseph Vildor? We're going to find out. Here we go. I'm going to chuck it to him. Joseph Vildor, one-on-one! Didn't get it, but we'll give him a second chance. That wasn't really his fault. I'll give him a second chance. We'll see if he can do it this time. Here we go. Vildor up in the air. One-on-one! He got it! Joseph Vildor! The half is over, but he got the catch. Joseph Vildor is a god. I'm in love. I'm actually in love with Joseph. Good Lord, he's a god. He caught it. Unfortunately, and he broke the tackle too, but the second guy was there. So he couldn't get anything going. But, ooh, Felix Coatney out in kick return. We're really giving Felix Coatney everything here. He's catching passes. He's in kick return coverage. He's doing everything. At least now we know we have a guy who can make those type of catches. Oh, look at Bo Jackson, man. That burst of speed. Oh, it felt so good. Do we have another beast like we had it last year? We might. And they're going to bring press coverage. I've got gold press beater or whatever on. Oh, look at how fast. That's what the gold does. What does the platinum do? Vildor with a huge play. If that's what the gold press beater ability does, I can't even wait to see what happens when he gets platinum. I'm actually going to roll out here and hit Coatney. He's wide. Try to get a little juke going, but it didn't really happen. They gave me forward progress. Jalen Thompson playing for North Carolina. Okay. 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 It's really a good quarterback matchup, though. Lopez and Underwood are going band for band. We're going to hit Val. Oh, I don't think you needed to jump for that, Vildor, but whatever. You caught it. Not going to complain. And he's really starting to get involved here. I'm starting to look at him a lot. Bo Jackson with the handoff. Great blocks. Does he have the speed? Oh, Bo. I wanted to get your first touchdown. You just didn't have enough speed to get by that dude and beat him to the line. But I'm going to try on this play. Handoff. Bo. He's in. First touchdown as a Gamecock. Bo Jackson. Bo knows. You love to see it. You love to see it. And we take that 2-score lead again. 21-7. 21. We will send it away to Lopez and the Carolina offense. North Carolina offense. Let's have this defense step up a little bit here. Let's have this defense step up a little bit right here. We've been playing good except for that last drive. It's going to be a keeper on the read option, and we kind of got fooled there, but he's got more room than he should. He's got even more room than he should. That was way bigger of a play than it ever should have been. Oh, that's tough. That's real tough. Should not have happened that way. Blow that up. Yeah, good job, good job. 2 yards, 2 yards. I'm telling you, man, Gio has flipped the switch these last couple of drives. He's playing a lot better. Oh, that's a crazy throw. Hunter, you got to play tighter on that. You can't just stand back. You didn't have your feet moving. You know the ball's coming to him. You can see it in the air, but you didn't even make a break on it until the ball was already after him. I knew that he kept it, and Kiernan was not fooled. It's a sack. Okay. I thought it was going to be a run play, but whatever. I'll take a sack if Kiernan gets a stat boost like that. The crowd is going crazy. It is as loud as it can possibly be here. I hate everything. You know what happened on that one? It's not even me just being bad. Well, it is. But it also is the camera change. It was like this camera angle, and then it kind of like changed to when the receiver caught it, and it threw me off a little bit. That's what I'm going to blame. One-on-one, knock it down! Touchdown, North Carolina. I'm pretty sure we just got beat because I pressed square to swat it, and he didn't even give me an animation, so he wasn't close enough. Oh, mama. These last couple of drives North Carolina's had has been really frustrating for us. What happened to the early North Carolina drives? I want those back. And they're back down 1 score. Wilbur has it, and Wilbur's got a really good return there to the 28. Good job. I really want to start running the football here. I think that's going to be our main chance of taking this win. Because North Carolina's giving us a game. I'll give him that. Felix Cody breaks the tackle. He's got room. Okay. Cody doesn't have a lot of speed, but he got enough to break that tackle and get a first down. Ooh, I kind of like Jorvonte going just straight deep. No, not a post. That's not what I meant. Oh, crap. Okay, I panicked. Never mind. I pressed the wrong button initially, and then I didn't have enough time on the play clock to hit anything else. Ah. Dropped. That wasn't even really your fault, Underwood. That was a good throw, but Ben Reed just couldn't get it. Could not contain it. I think that's open enough. And it is. It's Wilbur. It's not Wilbur. It's Vildor. Alan Wilbur's not out there. Let's go play action jet sweep. Let's get Underwood on the run here. Ben Reed's got a chance. I like his opportunity. Why can't I audible here? What's going on? I can't hot route. I wanted a hot route. Why can't I snap it? Here we go. Snap. Everything was messed up on that. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ooh, I like that. I can layer that in. Catch it! Beautiful catch. It's Devontae Weeks. Needed that. Needed that. Underwood's been good today. Almost 300 yards. Couple touchdowns. He's been real good today. Coatney's going to get the ball, and he's going to get shut down. Kalen Muex, our transfer center, injured on that play. Good thing we have another good center that can come in. 2nd and goal. 1 second in the quarter. Underwood's going to roll. And Underwood's going to find Lincoln Cure. Wide open touchdown. Sometimes you got to make magic happen on plays. And that's exactly what Underwood did. Because I really didn't see an angle where I could scramble in. So I had to find somebody to throw to. And we have a 2-touchdown lead again. I mean, we're going band for band with North Carolina. I don't like it very much. I wish that we just blow them out, but this is where we are. We only have 50 rushing yards. Have we really switched our game plan? The past 3 years, we've been all about the run. Although, I mean, maybe not year number 1. Year number 1, we were all about Nick Harbor because he had like 1,900 receiving yards or something like crazy like that. But definitely last year, we were all about the run with Braswell. But this year, it's all about the Bryce Underwood arm throw. He's going crazy. Gio Lopez gonna break a sack. I hate your guts. It's a first down. It might be a touchdown. It's not a touchdown. Gio Lopez is getting on my nerves to a level I'm not healthy with. I don't like this. Gio Lopez breaking sacks is not something I signed up for. I don't know what it is about these last couple of drives, but it seems like North Carolina can do no wrong. They're just going up the field regardless of what we do. That's a design quarterback run. Lopez has got room. He takes a nasty shot but holds on to the football. I think Kelvin Hunter hit him pretty good there. 6 minutes to go in the game. I did bump the quarters up to 7. Or I noticed that they were up to 7-minute quarters. Did I have that last year? I can't remember, honestly, if I had that at 7 minutes last year or not. I'd have to go back and look. But they are, if you're wondering, they are at 7 minutes this year. Maybe for the first time. I don't know. Hand out to the running back, and he's got room. Touchdown, Tar Heels. I hate it here. Stop it. Why all of a sudden are they just, like, good now? Maybe it just took them a while to get going. I don't know. Sometimes it takes some offenses a little bit of time to get their offense in motion. Luckily, our offense has been going the entire game. Ooh, Jorvonte one-on-one in press. Does he have what it takes? Not really. Let me just dump this down to Bo. Bo! Really, Bo? I mean, that wasn't that bad of a ball. That's kind of depressing. You went out of bounds like that and lost 2 yards on it. No, I'll keep it the way it is. I'm going to hit Vildor here. Never mind. Oh, God, I thought it was a pick. You're telling me that wasn't a pick? You're telling me it was a Joseph Vildor catch? That's crazy. I thought it was an interception for sure. I didn't think that guy was going to read it like that. There's Weeks, and Weeks has got the first down. Good job. Really good run. Really good run. And speaking of a really good run, look at Bo Jackson breaking tackles. Bo Jackson down to the 44. I'm going to be insufferable with Bo this year. He's got Heisman 360, so he's going to be hitting some nasty spins. I got to remember that. I got to remember to toss some spin moves. I usually go juke move as my default move to like get out of people's way, make people miss. But if he's got Heisman, well, platinum, but sometimes Heisman tier 360, I'm going to have to start hitting 360s and spin moves. That's a first down, Felix Coatney. They're going to use their first timeout. North Carolina starting to get a little nervous. Starting to get a little bit nervous. A little bit of puckering going on. Look at Coatney go. A second timeout used by the Tar Heels. They got no chance. The crowd's going crazy. They know they're not going to win this game. They can't. It's not possible. Big catch for Jorvonte Springs. Another first down. That could do it for the Tar Heels. Bo's going to come in. Everybody's hot in this offense. And off to Bo. And okay, a couple yards. I thought he was going to get more than that. The hole looked really open, but it closed really quickly. It's all right, though, because it gives us a chance to run the clock down even more. And we're going to take it to the 2 minutes. Up by a touchdown with a chance to go up by 2. You know what? Outside zone I never call because it doesn't really work. But I'm going to call it here and see if it does work. Why not? And it's going to work. Felix Coatney. Ooh, he got hit pretty hard. But he's down to the 2. He's got 9 for 80, and they want me to kneel it. You want me to kneel it at the 2? That seems a little kind of crazy, actually. We're going to give this to Bo Jackson. If he gets in, he gets in. If he doesn't, it runs more time off. But Bo Jackson's going to get in, because why wouldn't he? And he's going to keep on running. Touchdown, Bo, and we will get our 2-score lead back. As Gabe Battle sends that through. 35-21, no timeouts for the Tar Heels. They got a minute 30. Even if they score, they'd have to get the onside and then score again with no timeouts. It's not looking good for North Carolina. Not looking good at all. I do feel a little disrespected that we come into the season 4 as the number 5 team in the country. I feel like, I mean, we're the two-time defending champions, and then we lost in the semifinal last year. I feel like they should have given us a little bit of credit and put us top 3, if not number 1. But hey, whatever, man, whatever you want to do. I know we're not the name brand SEC team, but at this point in the Dynasty, we really should be. Mr. Juice has turned this team around from SEC bottom dwellers to SEC Titan. Gia Lopez, that's a hospital ball, really. I know the hit didn't really result in like a nasty shot or anything, but it could have been if I would have like laid a hit stick on him or something. That had all this guy, this little white boy is going out of control, man. I got to get out of this game because I'm tired of seeing his face. Little Pillsbury Doughboy, tired of seeing you. Under a minute, they're going to spike it on first down. Very predictable. But a really good day from Bryce Underwood. I was really impressed with him. And obviously, Joseph Vildor is unmatched in his amazing abilities. I think he had 200 yards receiving in his first game. He's so good. Couldn't be happier with his commitment. That was a really good rush from Joshua Wood. And we're going to shut that down. It's 4th and 10. They're going to run some hurry up. What are they going to do here on 4th and 10? If I get this ball back with a little bit of time, I'm going to score again. Or at least attempt to score again. Gio, he's going deep. Dear God, it's incomplete. All right, I'm going to try to score again. And I just saw that Joseph Vildor has activated his Heisman quick jump ability, so that's pretty cool. I pump faked it. I suck myself. I didn't mean to pump fake. I honestly, I know, shocker. I didn't mean to pump fake. I pressed the button, but then I wasn't sure if he was the right button, so I panicked and pressed it again, and then that resulted in, obviously, a pump fake, so yeah, basically I hate myself. All right, one-on-one, Vildor, what you got for me again, dog? Nothing. Nothing on that one. He didn't really get a good animation on that one, though. Is there anything else I can use with him? Maybe a post-wheel drag could get him out in space. I see circle open. Oh, square. Vildor, no. Come and get it. Joseph Vildor. Love you so much. Oh, my God. I'm just getting careless at this point. What even is that? This is a high school throw. This is like backyard football. I realized that he ended up getting open because this guy, for some reason, just like stopped covering him. He's following him the whole way. And then for some reason, he just stops. I don't know what happened here. And then Vildor kept going. And look at all this space. But the problem is I'm running completely to the other side of the field. So I panicked, and I had to throw it. I now am just seeing that this is open. Devontae Weeks open because the corner that was covering him ended up going and making the play on Vildor. So I don't know if because I threw it, although to be fair, he's already starting to make his move. Like, look, he's already flipped his hips. He's already going backwards to cover the space that Vildor's running into. So Weeks would have been open. But I saw Vildor first, and I had to throw it. And then the fact that he made this catch. He's so good. I love him. I really do. I haven't felt this way about a wide receiver since Nick Harbor. I'm actively in love with Joseph Vildor. And Felix Coatney is going to get us a little bit closer. We'll call that final timeout. Wow. Absolute, utter insanity going down here in Columbia, South Carolina. And we're going to finish this with a touchdown drive. Because why the F not? Oh, Jarvonte Springs wide open, and Carolina has got a 3-score lead. 388 yards and 4 touchdowns for Bryce Underwood in the first game of Season 4. Dog. Literal dog, bark bark in the woof woof. We're going to shallow kick it so they have to return to waste these 2 seconds. And that will be the game. We will take back the rivalry. We beat North Carolina 42-21. Bryce Underwood looked like a legend out there. Joseph Vildor is a Heisman candidate. They're going to give the player of the game to Underwood. I mean, very well earned, but just fantastic. Fantastic numbers from everybody. Underwood, that's about as good of a game from Bryce Underwood as I've seen from him since he's been here. Rushing, very happy with Coatney and Bo Jackson. And the crazy part is Bo Jackson is the starter, but Coatney was in a lot more. I don't know if the formation subs has Coatney in more. I have no idea, but Bo should be the starter. I have no idea why he wasn't in as much. And unfortunately, Bryce Underwood didn't scramble very much, and he had negative 29 yards because of those sacks that he took. Receiving, though, 259 yards and a touchdown for Vildor. Arguably should have had more, but Springs got the final one, and then Lincoln Cure had two, so hard to get him some touchdowns when those guys are catching them. But 9 catches for 259. Man, I love him. I absolutely love him. We might have found a guy better than Nick Harbor. Very excited about this team after week 1. We'll simulate to the bye week, which for the first time maybe ever, we have a week 2 bye week. We get locked out on a 4-star safety, but I don't think we even offered him, so it's not, or we even went after him that much. So not a big deal. And here we are at the bye week. We don't have any updates to recruiting because everybody's just kind of doing their thing. We're growing on Trevor Darling. Martine Baguette. Yes, I'm going to keep calling him Baguette. Biscotti's doing good. Pena's doing good. Provo, we've jumped to number 2. Don't know how we're going to, or we're staying number 2, but Georgia's really, really going to make a push. The fact that they have a platinum pipeline for North Carolina and we don't is kind of annoying. Jalen Toon, we're going against Georgia again. Dykes, we jumped in number 1 over Michigan, which is cool. He probably doesn't want to be part of a cheating university. Manny Cutler, we're growing on. I really want Manny Cutler. Think of him and Vildor on the same team. Dear God. Rashad Wells, we're doing good on. Frederick Burst. A lot of the 5-stars we're in a really good position for. And we really jumped high on Clayton McMichael. We were like at 8th, weren't we, for him? Something like that. That's a lot of influence. Okay, we could really make a big push for Clayton McMichael if we do this right. Dubois, we're doing good on. Kilgo, Fusaro, nobody's even recruiting him, so we're okay with him. Montague, we jumped to 3rd, or we fall to 3rd. I'm just gonna take him off the board. I don't really want him that much, so we'll take him off the board. Alonzo Matty, we're doing good on. Oregon, we passed. Brian Hill, another one Georgia wants. I may have to figure out how to do this. Oh. I only put 25 hours on Josh Flanagan, and he wants to be here really badly. That's kind of sick, actually. There's still some 5-stars that we could try to get into, but I just don't have a lot of hours, man. Only 900. I know 900 hours seems like a lot for some people that are like recruiting with 500 or something, but 900 hours is really not that much when you're trying to go after so many different 5-stars, which we are. We'll see how it plays out, but I can't do anything right now unless I guess I could just shuffle around the points to different people. But we'll go to the week number 3, play the Troy game, and see where we stand after that in recruiting. Okay, locked out on this guy, but I think he was another guy. And Holiday, both those guys were guys that we didn't go after, so they were at the bottom of our board. So again, no big deal. We are up to number 4 in the country, so I guess they respected us a little bit there. All right, looking good here. Climbing on Darling still. It's always good when you still keep climbing on a guy. We're still good there. Ooh, Georgia really started to make a push, and now he's into his top 5. So is Pena. So is Jalen Toon. Ooh, we're on number 1 for Manny Cutler. Burge. Oh my God, we are number 1 for everybody. Dear God. Fusaro, we're just going to get. Nobody's even recruiting him. But Max Holiday is gone, unfortunately. Wait, was Max Holiday the... No, that was Flanagan. I thought Max Holiday was the one guy we went after. Flanagan was the guy that I was thinking of. But I have 15 extra hours. I could put him on Lloyd Wells, who's a 5-star tackle. Or I could put him on any of these other guys. But I might need to position these points in a little bit better way. So let me put 5 extra hours on Thaddeus Berry because I do kind of want him and we need some safeties. Oregon has passed us on Alonzo Matty, which is a little frustrating. So I'll put 5 extra points on him. And then I probably need to put some extra points on one of these guys. And we're definitely going to have to schedule some visits pretty soon. I can't put any points on them. They're all 50 hours. We're going to have to schedule a visit pretty soon for some of them. It's going to be tricky to try to figure out how to get them where we need. Brian Hill might not be our quarterback. We might have to go with Fusaro. Because Brian Hill we are in a heavy battle, and I just don't have the hours available to put on him. I guess I could switch. Is there any of the... So, Maurice Brittingham has nobody going after him. Do we have any other 50? No. All of the other guys with 50 hours we're in battles with, so... we are gaining a lot on Fusaro. Maybe I could swap this and just put 10 on him. And then that way I could open up a possible 50 bomb for Brian Hill. Even then I can't do that. How do I... 45 hours, it sucks. Because I can free up the hours with Thaddeus Berry, but I don't really want to, do I? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. But putting 50 hours on a quarterback seems a little crazy when we don't necessarily need a quarterback, but I'm going to do it anyway. 50 hours on Brian Hill. We'll see if we can get in the race. But Georgia, I mean, that platinum pipeline is going to come in to really hurt us. I can just tell. I can just tell. But we're number one on a lot of different players' boards. Who doesn't want to come play for South Carolina? We are godly. The Heisman Watch, we have nobody in there. Otis Major? Oh my God. Otis Major, former South Carolina wide receiver. This is not what I wanted to go into. He was here in year number 1. He transferred. Well, not year number 1, year number 2. He transferred after year number 2. I didn't want him to transfer, but he did. He went to Jackson State that year. He had a pretty solid season. And then he goes to Mississippi State this year and already has 371 yards and 5 touchdowns. Wow, Otis Major. I guess he's found his home. I guess he's found his home in Mississippi State. And I don't think we play Mississippi State this year. No, there's no Mississippi State on the schedule this year. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Now we take on Troy. Should not be much of a challenge. They're Troy. We are clearly above and beyond this level of competition, so we should just easily blow them away.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road, and this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a statement in this battle. Welcome to the Fire Brass of Alabama in Troy and home to the Troy Trojans. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on another SEC rival, the Troy Trojans. Free A Sports College Football Ivory State is joined here at home by a couple of legends, and yes, we do remain.
We traveled to play the Troy Trojans today. They are in the SEC. This is an SEC game. They earned themselves promotion from the Sun Belt with such a good season they had last year. So they've got, along with Southern Mississippi, they earned themselves promotion to the big leagues. And they still shouldn't be on our level. They're still Troy at the end of the day. Just because they had a good season and earned promotion to the SEC doesn't mean that they're quite on our level. But we'll see. Maybe we could have a game, a slip up, a trap game type, and it's already starting pretty poorly as they're going to get a really good run there. 33 yards in the first play of the game. All right, maybe our guys are taking them a little bit for granted, and we gotta actually buckle down here. Let's figure something out. There's no way that these offensive linemen are going to be good enough to handle our pass rush. This DJ Butler dude, he must be a real guy because that looks like a real player scan. Or not scan, but a player face. Kiernan. Oh, the running back picked up a really good block on Kiernan, but Basley comes in and gets him. Kylan Basley sack. That was a really good block pickup from the running back there because Kiernan had a free lane to the quarterback. And that brings it to a 3rd and 11 just like that. And we brought a heavy blitz. He gets the ball away and he steps out of bounds. Thank God, because I don't know if I would have tackled him. I don't know if I would have tackled him. He probably would have broken my tackle, knowing my luck. And we'll send it away. That's a really good punt. That's going to pin us back really far. At the 5. All right. We will start our first drive at the 5. This Troy team could be a little tricky. They could be a little tricky. But we really had a good game from Bryce Underwood and from Joseph Vildor. And we were doing that against a really quality team in North Carolina. Like, they had guys that can cover, obviously. And maybe Troy does too. That's a swat away. Maybe Troy has guys that can cover. I have no idea. If they can cover on that first play. Play action first, or in the end zone is not an ideal situation, but Lincoln Cure brings it in. I feel like I'm going to be hitting Lincoln Cure a lot this season. Just kind of seems the way that I'm going. I'm going to roll out of this pocket here. I really want to hit R1. I do. I'm going to hit him. I was going to say I really want to hit him. I couldn't find him until now. And Bo Jackson, he may not be doing good on the run game, but the passing game is a touchdown. And that is the level of difference. The level of athleticism between our guys and their guys was very shown. It was shown very, very obviously right there. There's a big discrepancy between the athleticism of our talent and the athleticism of their talent. I'm not saying they don't have any talent on the team. Their running back seems to be pretty good, but at the end of the day, the 5 stars usually win out, and we have a lot of those. So we'll see how it plays. I was waiting for Bo to clear because I was worried that the guy that was kind of like hovering underneath was gonna like jump up and make a crazy interception or something, but then Bo finally cleared. Underwood got the ball to him, and the rest is, as they say, history. Oh, but this running back, DJ Butler, dude, he is making me regret playing Troy. Injury to an offensive lineman, which means it's the right tackle, and that means a backup comes in for Enrique Kiernan. He should feast. And he didn't. That's a little disappointing from Enrique. Missed the tackle there, but we did bring him down. I don't like this. Troy is moving the football. Colin Hurley is their quarterback, by the way. He's got a star underneath his name, so he's pretty good. For Troy's standards. I bid on it. I thought it was a run. I did. I bid on the play action, and it's a first down for Troy. I don't like this. We should be absolutely crushing their souls and their spirit, but they are moving the ball fairly consistently on me right now. Little RPO. We were ready for it, but he breaks the tackle because, of course, he does. Every CPU player breaks tackles no matter what team they play for. Oh, look at Joshua Wood. Look at Joshua Wood. He threw that guard away and then comes up with the sack. Man, he's amazing. And to think he was the number 3 player in the country. Just another one of our top 5 players that comes in and absolutely shows out. That's a great ball, but it's 4th down. Good cover. And they will kick a field goal. They're at home, so this should be a make, unless Provo gets in there and blocks it. Although even on the road, he probably makes it too, because I never get that lucky, do I? He drills it, so Troy does put a 3-pointer on the board. I don't like it. I was hoping to kind of shut them out. But that didn't happen. Wilbur's back to return. And Wilbur will have a kind of good return to the 23. Not too bad. All right, let's get out and play. Let's get out and play some football here. Handoff, Bo Jackson. He's already got a touchdown through the air. And I thought he was going to have another one on the ground there. That looked like it was about to break. This could be a big day for Bo. If he's going to get those kind of runs, it could be a big day. Although they were ready for that time. They were ready for him that time. Let's see. Do I want play action? I might want play action here. Because I can send My guy, Vildor. Really, he can't hear my adjustment? It's Troy. There we go. I was going to say. The crowd cannot be that loud. Ooh, I like R1, but I don't think he's open just yet. There it is. I was waiting for somebody to just make the run, and Lincoln Cure did. Touchdown Gamecocks. I think I'm going to like Lincoln Cure this year. I liked him last year, but I was more of a Dorian Fleming guy just because he was the starter and he was really, really good. But now that Lincoln's the starter, I like him. I like him a lot. He's making some good plays already. That's 3 touchdowns in season 4 so far for him. And when it's all said and done, he might have a better season than Fleming ever had. Who knows? But we're up 14-3 fairly quickly and fairly easily. I was just waiting. I didn't know if it was going to be R1 or if it was going to be X who made their run down the field, and it ended up being Cure. So I'll take it. Why is this team playing well against us? What is happening? Nobody on that right side, really? Everybody was on the left side of the field or at the defensive line. Like, what's going on here? Why can't we not cover? Their receivers are not that fast. There's no way they recruited anybody over like 92 speed. We got to just shut them down. 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 And look at Wood. Joshua Wood almost got there, but he got it away because, of course, he does. All quarterbacks get the ball away against me and avoid sacks. And there's that Charles guy. He's the guy they highlighted when they showed that tight end comparison thing at the beginning of the game. He seems to be a pretty good one. He's a freshman, so he's probably got a future on this team. Maybe he transfers to us. That'd be kind of hilarious. And Joshua Wood blew that up, but the way that he got tackled, he did a really good job. He got tackled initially, but then he kind of like shifted his body weight and fell backwards for a first down. That was a really good play from the running back. This DJ Butler dude's kind of crazy. If he wasn't a senior, I'd go after him in the portal. But he's kind of good. I don't like it. Because he's making Troy a lot better than they should be. Handoff. Butler. No, that's not Butler. That's the other running back. Noah Mercer. No, that's not Noah Mercer. Noah Mercer's their offensive lineman. That's 2 offensive linemen they lost. I think their other one hasn't come back yet. The right tackle. Another handoff. That's Butler. That's DJ Butler. He's in. Touchdown Troy. I can't handle this running back. He is really good. And he might be exposing a weakness that we have this year. Are we not really good against the run this year? Because North Carolina really didn't run the football against us that much. But Troy, I mean, that's their bread and butter right now. DJ Butler is killing us. I'm a little bit concerned that we can't stop the run. Really good return from Wilbur. I guess we'll have to test it out against actual competition. Although, I mean, Troy's only down 4, so maybe they are actual competition. Who knows? This game is not really progressing the way that I thought. I thought we'd be up 28-0 at this point in the first quarter. We'll end the first quarter only up by 4. But Underwood's been great. I mean, he does have a little bit of inflated numbers. That 148 yards, a little inflated. Because 2 of those plays have been unreal yardage that we acquired on him. I mean, the Bo Jackson run was like 60 yards, I think. The screen with Coatney, he's got room, and Felix Coatney gets a big first down. Good job, dog. We'll try a wide zone. Is it going to be Bo? Yeah, it's Bo Jackson out there. See if we get some blocks thrown. And we kind of did, but not enough. That outside was not there, so I had to pivot back in. Had to pivot back inside. Play action. Fire that to Lincoln Cure. Maybe toss a shoulder after somebody. 3 for 71 and a touchdown already for Cure. He's kind of going crazy. Ooh, the Jorvonte Springs route looks really enticing. I'm probably not going to throw it, but it looks enticing. I'm going to have to throw that to Coatney. Go down, Coatney. Good job. They brought a guy in there, and I didn't really have time to even look down the field to see if Jorvonte was going to be open. I kind of wanted to hit him. but I had to be check down Charlie there, and I'm going to have to scramble here. Luckily, they have nobody that's fast enough to keep up with Underwood, but the ball's out! Get out of bounds! No! Underwood put the ball on the ground. Troy recovers, and it's a fumble. I can't even challenge it because it was a clear fumble. Bryce, you can't put the ball on the ground in that spot. And now their quarterback's going to... What's he doing? He chose to throw that? I mean, he's going to get a first down out of it, but still, I thought you were going to scramble there. Oh, Bryce. I can't believe you put the ball on the ground there, dog. That is just a crushing result. To give Troy the football back like that without us scoring. There's a real possibility that we are down to Troy by 3 when this is all said and done. Oh, good Lord, Joshua. That gave him whiplash. That almost looked like the Jadeveon Clowney hit on that cheater running back in the bowl game that one year. Back, what was that, 2013 or something like that? 2014? And Joshua Wood did it again. Stop running the football right up the middle to Joshua Wood. He's going to crush you every single time. I'm really disappointed in the way Enrique Kiernan has been rushing the quarterback. Unfortunately, they get a first down on 3rd and 16. Good Lord, man. I'm going to have to switch to somebody else because I'm not really happy with how Kiernan's been rushing. He's not been winning. It's a backup right tackle. They got the right tackle injured earlier. Good job by Robinson. DJ Butler's injured. Thank God. Thank you, baby Jesus. I appreciate that. We needed somebody to end that dude's existence, and he's now out. I don't know if he's going to be done for the game. Probably not, but at least he's done for a little bit. Yo, that's a bad throw. Overthrew his receiver over the head. All right, defense. One more stop. Uno stops. Oh, it's going to be a screen. Somebody get out to it. Yes, BJ Earl got him. 4th and 9. They have a chance to field goal it, so they will take it. This is a tricky one, though, but he should be able to angle it in. CPU kickers are unbelievable, and they drill it. So instead of being down 17-14, we still lead. Only by a point, but we still lead. Oh, and Bryce Underwood, man, fumbling that football is back-breaking, man. Back-breaking. Oh, Coatney actually got some room. All right, dog. What do we even call here? Maybe a play-action read? Oh, Bryce. Find Lincoln Cure. He's open. Yeah, Lincoln's going to have a big season. Just going off of these first 2 games, he's going to have himself quite a big season. Little read option. I'm going to keep it with Underwood because he's got room, and the room kind of gave away. I was going to try to slide there. That was my intention, but the hole that I was going to run down kind of just closed up really quickly. They did a good job of covering that read option. We're going to hand it to Coatney. He's going to try to get in first down. He's going to have the first down. I really wish you would have held your block a little longer, Devontae. Oh, that's not even Devontae. That's somebody else. Oh, it was Jorvonte, not Devontae. Jorvonte. Hand off to Coatney up the middle, and Coatney, good tackle. He's down to the 38-yard line. Maybe a little Z shallow. I do love a good Z shallow. Somebody always gets open on this. And it looks like it's going to be triangle. Devontae Weeks, first down and more. Why is he running like that? He's running like an old man with the loading pants, but it's a touchdown anyway. Devontae Weeks. Another big throw from Bryce Underwood. And we will extend our lead. 21-13. Now it just looks like we were down in the game, or we were tied in the game 14-14, but then they missed the extra point, so now it's 14-13. Ooh, that one could go... Oh, I thought it was going to go into the crossbar. That would have been sick. All right, defense, let's play better. That's really my only words of wisdom for you. Let's play a little bit better here. Sack him. No. BJ Earl, good tackle, but that's got to be a sack, man. It's got to be. Why can I never get any sacks like that? I just want the sack. 35 seconds left. They got all their timeouts, or they did. Now they have 2. Wood's getting double teamed like crazy. Another timeout. I really don't want to have to worry about them getting field goal range. That'd be really disappointing. 30 seconds, one timeout. They're going to go down the field. He's wide open. What is the coverage? What is the... Somebody tell me. What coverage did I call? Was it a zone? I don't even know. But it allowed that dude to run a post wide open. The safety was like 6 yards away. That's got to be a pick. And it is! It's Okoronkwo! Intercepting the pass. Thank you, Okoronkwo. Somebody had to do it. And Justin Okoronkwo said, I'll be the one to break their hearts. Oh, God, we needed something like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna be 100% with you. I honestly don't know. I'm glad that didn't result in a sack or something, because that could have been devastating. But you know what we gotta do? We gotta chuck it up to our guy, our GOAT, and get a pass interference call. Yes! I know it's not a spot foul, but it gives us another chance to try it. And he caught the ball, by the way. If it was a spot foul like it is in the NFL, that'd be beautiful. But it does give me one more chance to just chuck one up and see what happens. And I would think he can do it again. Maybe we can just pass interference call our way down the field for a field goal. Who knows? Here it goes again. Oh, it got intercepted! I didn't think that I threw it that far. I guess I overthrew it. Maybe I slowed down Wilbur when I turned into him. I'm not sure. Or Vildor when I turned into him. I'm not sure what I did. But the ball went over Vildor's head and right into the arms of the corner. That's crazy. That's Bryce Underwood's first interception of the season. It's not a real interception because I was just chucking it at the end of the half, but still annoying to have one, especially that happening like that way. That's tough. All right, whatever. Good blocks. Coatney. Coatney's got a lot of durability for being a quarterback turned into a running back. I was kind of skeptical if he was going to be able to survive a grueling season at running back, but if he swaps with Bo Jackson a lot, he should be pretty fresh, especially with the lower wear and tear abilities. Again, Bryce Underwood is kind of crushing it. He's already got over 250 yards. Bo Jackson, I wish I had a block there. If I had a block there, that could have been a really big play. But nobody wants to throw good old Bo a block. Tough scenes. I'm going to roll, and I'm probably... circle. I probably shouldn't have rolled because circle was going to be open. Sometimes that route is open, sometimes it's not, so I kind of just roll anyway. And then if it's open, it's just a missed opportunity, but that was going to be open. Cody with a really good run. Good job. Let's go with an inside zone. And they're going to bring the press. That's exactly what I was waiting for. One-on-one with no safety help for Vildor, who's got gold press beater. I don't know what the ability's called, but there it is. Touchdown Gamecocks. You can't press that dude one-on-one. You just can't. He's going to make you pay. And he does it right there. 28-13 we lead to start the second half. But our defense has got to step up. We got really lucky. We caught a big break when the quarterback threw that interception at the goal line to Okoronkwo. But who knows if that's going to happen again. We can't rely on that. We have to just simply dominate. We've been doing it at times, but not consistently enough against a team like Troy. And see, stuff like this just can't happen. Stuff like that just can't happen against us with Troy. You can't allow him to get the edge like that and then take that many yards. That's just unacceptable. Get to the quarterback, please. Get to the quarterback. We almost did. Robinson, you've got 99 acceleration. Keep up with that dude, please. quarterbacks or running backs got it. First down. Is that Butler? Is he back? I don't remember what his number was. No, I don't think that's Butler. I don't think that says Butler on the back of his jersey. He might be back though. I'm not sure. Oh, he had to bounce it outside, and that was not. Oh no. Jordan Robinson picks up an injury. One of our best linebackers goes down. Kevin Levrone, the freshman, has to come in and try to pick up the slack. He's a good player, but he's not as quick. Oh, look at Tommy Berlin. I really like... how is that not... Sometimes I don't understand the animations in this game. I'm literally bringing myself to the ground with him. I'm through him, and somehow he doesn't get brought down. How does that even work? I was diving on top of him. Is it because he didn't finish his animation? Is that the reason? He was still in a catch animation as I dove, so it didn't trigger the tackle animation? I don't know. Something happened there where it didn't register my tackle, and he just ran free. It's got to be a big hit, please. Throw a big hit. Somebody kill this man. 3rd down and 4. Come on, guys. It is Troy. We are embarrassing ourselves right now. This game's supposed to be like 90-0. He threw that at the back of B.J. Earl. That's kind of hilarious, actually. Robinson will come back soon. We're going to force to another field goal. At least we've stopped them from scoring touchdowns for right now. That's at least a promising thing, I guess. I still don't like that they're even in range for field goals. They're getting way too many yards like that. But field goals, you're not going to beat a team like South Carolina with field goals, so we shouldn't be too worried. Coatney's back to return, and Coatney's got room, but it closed quickly. 24-yard line. Give me a shot wheel. See if somebody breaks through here. Preferably Lincoln Cure, but I don't know if he will. Circle's open, but the ball is severely thrown behind because it was all kinds of wrong direction and stuff. That's on me, but I was throwing on the run as well. Maybe if I wasn't throwing on the run, it would have been a more accurate ball. Who knows? It's hard to tell. You can't hear me. It is Troy. How loud could it possibly be that you can't hear my changes? Come on, Vildor. I know you're new here, but you should still be able to hear my decisions. I think Vildor's got it. And he does. And he holds on, breaks the tackle. This dude is unbelievable. Joseph Vildor, take a bow. You deserve it. Because, dear God, he's crazy. We could break some passing records this year. We might be able to break Lenore Seller's passing record that we set in year number 1, I'm pretty sure. Because, I mean, this dude's a game changer. He's so good. And he's only 6'2". You'd think that 6'2", I mean, that's a big dude for a receiver, obviously, but you'd think that he wouldn't have, like, the body positioning ability to be able to box out people and just win those 50-50s, but he's really good. Blow that up. Yes! Jaylen Brown came in and blew it up. Good job, Jaylen. 2nd and 12. A minute to go in the 3rd quarter. At some point, we're going to have to start draining some clock to get out of here. Okoronkwo, good tackle, and that's a loss of 3. They just keep going backwards. You're going the wrong way, Troy. Going the wrong way. Under a minute to go. It's a screen pass. That's a bold call. Alex Mechie can't bring him down, but Robinson can. He's back in there. Good to see. 4th and 10. A screen pass from your own, what? Your own 5? Whatever it was. I don't even know what it was. Maybe your own 10? I have no idea. That was a bold call. Wilbur with the punt return. He might have something here. Alan Wilbur, he's got the punter to beat. Can he get around him? Ah! He almost did. To the 5. That was a really good return from Alan Wilbur there. And it'll allow Felix Coatney to come in and try to punch this in, or maybe Bo Jackson, whoever comes in. Coatney is down at the 1. That might give Bo Jackson a chance to shark this touchdown. We'll see who comes in. And it is going to be Bo. Oh, that's a little disrespectful to Felix, but he got subbed out, and Bo will come in and easily punch it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Now we're starting to pull away. We got a really good return from Wilbur that did set us up in good position, but 42-16. This is more like it. I'm still not happy that they have 16 points in the first place, but they call their stadium the Vet. That's weird. Is there like, are they like military stuff going on here? Seems a little strange. I don't know the backstory. I'm not a big Troy football fan, I guess. I don't know the backstory on why they call their stadium the Vet. Kind of a cool name, though. I hate that I have that pick. That pick is so brutal. But it was just the end of the half. I was just chucking it up, and I apparently threw it too far. Who would have thunk it? From the 12, they're already in their own end zone again. That's going to be overthrown. Thank God didn't get called for pass interference there. I guess they decided it was uncatchable. And that brings up 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 10. He's wide open. The cover skills are not there. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? That's another game for Bryce Underwood where he's over 300 passing yards. He's going to be having quite the game. Oh, that's right. I need to charge my controller. I thought that I did charge it. But I think it was... I thought about charging it, and then I never did. And then my brain said, yeah, you charged it. Yeah, sure. Enrique Kiernan gets the sack on the quarterback. You know what? As long as he's getting sacks, I don't care if I'm using him or not. I'm just glad he's getting pressure. I did just see that North Carolina is playing... they're playing an FCS school this week. Oh, dear God. Intercept this pass. Please! Caught it! You can't be serious, man. We've got so many good cover corners. How are you getting mossed like that? How did I miss the ball? Come on, man. Cut me some slack, dude. I'm already not that good. I can't... My skills are very limited in these games. So then when I get stuff like that to happen, it's hard for me to counteract it because I'm already not very good. I need like a mulligan or something. 3rd and 5. I'm liking Tommy Berlin. This dude's a ball player. He's good. As long as Joshua Wood doesn't leave for the NFL after the season, which is a very good possibility because he's been really good. If he comes back for his senior year, that could be a menacing duo for a season. Him and Tommy Berlin. And they're obviously going to go for it. It's 4th and 8. Okoronkwo on the line. Okay. See what he's got. Oh, what is the covers? What is the cover skills of these dudes? Why are you so fast? Texas is about to be upset by UTSA. That'd be an insane loss for them. That's out of bounds. 3 yards. Oh, we should have been off the field 7 minutes ago. And yet, we're still here. With Troy knocking on the door. Tackle him. He's going... He was trying to figure out what lane to go. I mean, the patience is good for him, but... We should have had him shut down easy. They're going to motion the running back out. Quarterback's going to scramble. He doesn't have the room or the speed, and Jaylen Brown's going to bring him down. Another sack. And they will go for it on 4th and 14. I'm surprised he didn't throw it away. Usually that's what happens to me. They throw it away. End zone. Touchdown. I'm going to throw myself out a window. You cannot be serious. Why are we losing these jump balls? Why is that a thing? Do I have to exclusively go for the SWAT? Why can I not just jump and intercept the pass? Why is that not a thing? Why am I losing these jump balls? I don't understand it. Okoronkwo gets it. I'm sick and tired of losing these jump balls. 3 different times, I think, in this game, I've lost a jump ball that shouldn't be lost. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Coatney's got a good run there. We're just trying to take time off, man. I don't even need to score anymore. I just want to get out of this game because this game has been really frustrating. I mean, we're going to win it, but really frustrating. We should be dominating this game. They shouldn't even have 3 points, let alone 23. But that has not been how we've played. I've been really impressed with Coatney running the football, though. Like I said, I was a little skeptical if he was going to be able to handle a full season, and maybe he can't because I think he just got hurt there. Bo Jackson comes in right on cue as I was talking about how he's been good for the first couple weeks. Oh, look at Bo. Look at the elusiveness of Bo. Spun off of that tackle. That was pretty awesome. And Cody's back in, so he's not hurt. I could let this go. I think I'm gonna let this go to the 2 minute because I think the play clock is better than the game clock is better than the play clock, and it is. So we get to the 2 minute warning. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Bo Jackson will come back in, and we will try to punch it in. We can't do it there. I don't like I gotta retire those play calls because those type of counter runs just don't really work. It takes way too long for the ball to get handed off to the running back, and then by then the defensive ends and the linebackers and all that stuff is in the backfield. So it's just all kinds of bad. Coatney's into the end zone. I think that might be his first rushing touchdown of the season. I don't think he got one against North Carolina. But we took a lot of time off the board, and we will punch it in. So 49-13, we basically just erased the touchdown that they had. I wish I could erase it from my mind. But I always remember. And with 1:21, will they really even do anything? Hopefully not. Why couldn't this quarterback throw another pick? That'd be really nice. I don't just want to throw another pick. I mean, he's had opportunities to throw picks. We just haven't been able to catch them. We really should have like 3 picks in this game. What is the coverage on this? I mean, do I have to call different plays? Because 376 yards from a quarterback that plays for Troy against our defense should not happen. But for some reason, they just happen to find the open space. And I don't like it. It's really making me want to jump out of a 5-story building. Big hit. God, hit sticks. 10 tackles for Jordan Robinson, though. I told you, he's so good. It's because he's so quick. He gets to the ball so fast. That's why he's always around the play, because he's always got the speed to get there. And that was almost a sack. Do I have to swat this, or can I jump up and get it? How tall is BJ Earl? How tall is BJ Earl? BJ Earl is 6 foot. BJ Earl is 6 foot. I think Titus Dalton was the one who caught that. 6'1". They're basically the same height. Why am I losing these 50-50s? That one I can understand. I was kind of late on the jump because I was trying to decide whether I need to swat or jump or intercept it. I'm starting to get really annoyed about losing these jump balls. If you couldn't tell. You may have been able to tell, but I'm starting to get really annoyed. Oh, Christ. That's on me, man. I didn't make up my mind quick enough. I didn't know where I wanted to go. I'm going to go to Coatney there. That was probably the wrong decision. He gets obliterated. He gets absolutely destroyed on that one. And you know what? Just give me a little double post with a little sauce on the end, and we'll see what happens. 3rd and 12. Just heave. Heave and pray. Oh, he caught it. Go down, timeout. Ah! I got it. I got it. I got it. Timeout called. Timeout called. Obviously, we're going to go for this. Final play of the game. Underwood's got room. He's got a touchdown. Erase the touchdown that they scored again. Oh, and we win the game. We were always going to win the game, regardless if we scored that or not. But 55-30 is a disgusting scoreline, allowing 30 points to Troy. I'm sick. I'm disgusted. I want to stab myself with a pair of chopsticks. 433 yards for Bryce Underwood. I hope we're putting him in Heisman contention because he's had 2 big games. But that was a rough showing from the defense. Rough showing. And we're getting into some good SEC teams here coming up soon. So I'm a little bit scared at this point, the way our defense has been played. Finally, we didn't get locked at anybody. But we are first on a lot of people's board, including that number 1 D tackle. If we could bring him in, along with Tommy Berlin, I mean, now we're talking. Now we're talking. And they have gotten down to their top 5, at least he has. Oh, man. It is all coming down. We are going to have to make some tough choices. Do we really think we have a chance for this dude? Because we can free up 50 hours if we don't think we're going to get him. And I don't know if we're going to get him or not. Alonzo Matty, I don't know. Brian Hill, I don't know. He might just go to Georgia. I mean, that is some serious influence. And I even put 50 on him, and look how much influence we got. So Brian Hill might just be a one we have to pull out of. But I think I am going to pull out on Will, because he's going to Mississippi State. We have too many 5-stars that we need to get on campus. So I'm gonna pull out of his commitment or his recruitment, because we need to put those hours somewhere else. So thankfully this year I decided to recruit guys that are close to home. So Georgia is only going to cost 10, this Dom Antoine guy. I could schedule him against his hometown team, and it's a 3 influence if we win. That is insane. I think I got to do it. I know it's against Georgia, but I think I got to take that, right? That's too good to pass up on. That is way too good to pass up on. I got to schedule him there. And then, who was the other guy? It was Derek Biscotti. He's going to cost 20. Yusefa Pena is going to cost 30. Provo is going to cost 10. But Georgia, again, with that influence, man, I don't know if it's going to be possible to get him on campus. Who else is going to need a visit? Frederick Boggs needs a visit. He's only going to cost 10. He gets a complimentary with Dom Antoine, so we might as well do that. Anybody else down here? Kilgo needs a visit. I mean, all these guys need visits, really. Do I just pull out of the Brian Hill recruitment? We've got Fusaro, and they're really the same player. Very similar. I mean, exact same throw power. Accuracies for Hill are honestly not as good. They're slightly Fusaro is slightly better. And then the speed is a little bit similar, but Brian Hill has a slight advantage on him. I'm just going to pull out of the Brian Hill commitment. He might have a better dev trait, but it frees up too many hours. Frees up too many hours that we need. So now we have 80 hours, so I can go in and schedule these guys now. So let's get Biscotti on a visit. He's going to cost 20. We can just load up this Georgia game. It's a really big risk. I am taking a massive risk loading up this Georgia game. But if it works out, we're going to be sitting so pretty for these recruits. Alfonso Provo. Got to get him on a complimentary. We got to do this Georgia game, man. We have made this Georgia game even more insane than it already was going to be. Jalen Toon. We'll get him on campus. That leaves us with 5 hours left. We've scheduled as many people as we can. And I guess I'll put the 5 on... Oh, I can't put the 5 on Matty. I already put the 5 on him. I guess I'll put the 5 back on Thaddeus Berry. And it looks like Illinois has kind of slowed down on their recruitment of him, so that could be good. Might be benefiting from that. All right, well, we've loaded up that Georgia game, man. Week 7 is going to be insane. It's not going to happen for a couple episodes, but that Georgia game is going to be crazy. We've got Florida and Kentucky next episode, and then we got Southern Mississippi and Georgia. Whew. Man. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Did we get Bryce Underwood in the Heisman voting, though? No, he's not there just yet. Not there just yet, but doesn't mean he won't be. Doesn't mean he won't be. Did I just see that UTSA beats Texas? I think Texas was number 6 in the country. They fall to number 20. They were top 5, I think, right? Were they number 6? Were they out of the top 5? No, they were number 6. So they fall to UTSA 38-35, and they fall. My God, what happened? Notre Dame lost too. They lost to Louisville. Louisville's the number 1 team in the country. Insane. We're number 3. Wow. Okay. Crazy, crazy things are happening in this series, but I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more. Join the Juice Club. Thank you so much. Stop by and watch. I truly appreciate it. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so if you want to hit that subscribe button and help me get to that mark, that would be really appreciated. I would really enjoy that. It would really mean a lot to me, but that's going to do it for me. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.